Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And this time we're doing week 48 of Roxy's Weekly Challenge, and we're making gift tags with pockets and lace. And for the bases, excuse me, frog in the throat. We're going to be using some bits of old ephemera, and so I have had a pack. I've ordered a pack of this kind of things from Rachel because I don't have any other means of using them. I don't have any of the means of getting them. As this is what she uses, I think this is what I'd like to use as well. So I pulled out a couple. They're pretty much the same, and they are plain on the back. So we've got that one and we've got that one. They're a bit crumpled, but we can work with that. It's not a problem. I probably only really need one of these. And so I'm just going to, which one shall I use? I think I'll put this one aside for now. And I think she just cut them into 4 pieces to make 4 gift tags. Quite big gift tags, which is what I really need. What I need is large journal cards, really, for my journal. So I'm happy to use these and have quite big ones. I hope these are going to be the right sort of size. So I'm going to fold it like that, and then fold it again like that. Yeah, I think they'll be quite a good size actually. They're more journal cards to me than gift tags, but that's fine. The style will be the same. They will look hopefully very similar to hers. The size might be slightly different, but I'm going with what I've got. And these are kind of the size I would have chosen to do anyway. So I've got 4 pieces. I certainly won't make any more than that. And I am actually going to decorate the fronts and leave the backs, I can't speak, the backs plain, because I will want something that I can write on. And I don't think, particularly something like that, how would you write over that and actually make yourself legible? I really don't think you could. And I will want to be able to do that. This one's not so bad, actually. I could use that, but it doesn't really matter either way. And again, this one is very busy. They're really nice, but if we're going to use these, I want the backs to be plain. That's what I would use more. So we'll see bits of it. And then so they're going to have a book page pocket on the front of them. So I've got some bits of smaller pieces of book page, hopefully, that I can make my pockets out of. So let's just make a start and see how we go, because there's a few processes to this, as there often are with Rachel's challenges. So what I think I'd like to do is leave this bit showing a little bit. So I'm going to have my pocket on this side. So therefore I need to fold this in to reinforce that pocket edge, and I also need to make it the right size. So before I glue it, I might just tear it to size. I think she made them pretty much the full size of the paper. I can't quite remember whether she had anything showing. I might just make it slightly shorter, but because it's quite thin, I don't really want it too short, because otherwise the edges will be very vulnerable. So I'm going to tear it there, I think. And I might just use my trimmer as well for the edge. So if I'm going to leave a little bit showing, these are quite similar to what we made before. I've got those in front of me, and again we've got a little pocket on a journal card with ephemera. Was it ephemera? No, this was made. Oh no, these were the floating pockets that we made, weren't they? But I don't know how I'm going to use them, whether I use them as that. But they're kind of similar style, aren't they? Right, where's my pencil? Oh. I'm going to cut it about there. I think I might just tidy up that top edge where I've torn it. I may just do something about the corners, just because I think it might be a bit vulnerable. Okay. So have we got a good piece? Is that going to be a good size? I think that's going to work quite well. So that's one. And we'll go for the next one. Just move this bit of book page. I'll have some nice little scraps of book page. Won't I to use? Well, this is very close in colour, so I don't know if I really want to use that. I want a bit of a contrast, so I'm not sure about... Ooh, these pieces are all the same colour as my background, so maybe those aren't going to be as useful as I thought, which is a shame. Some nice Italian pieces, and even one in English, but they're all very much the same colour. So I've got these pages from a German book, an old German book of mine, so I think I'm going to use those. So I'm going to turn this over for my pocket. I turned it over too much. No, I think it's probably about right. Go there. Maybe I'll just... Oh, that's not... Is that straight? No, not sure. It's a particularly straight fold. Let's try and redo it. And then I'll just trim it off a little, I think, at the side. I don't think we need a lot showing. I probably left more on the first one than I needed to, really. So maybe I'll leave it as it is. Maybe I won't trim it anymore, just the length. I need to trim the length. Okay. I'll trim it off. Trim off all that white at the bottom and then see where we are. Yep. And then I will trim off some of the top. I hope everybody is well and looking forward to Christmas. I've been filming quite well ahead, so if I start talking to you about our weekend that we've just had, a very busy weekend, I will have mentioned it. Oh, I think I need to trim it a bit more at the side, sorry. I will have talked about it in one of my videos that's probably coming up in a couple of weeks. I will talk, because I was filming ahead. I've talked about this weekend coming, and now we've had the weekend, so I will be documenting the weekend, because I'm already collecting photographs and starting to work in my journal. So you will see the photographs from the weekend probably in a couple of weeks. Yeah, this was the weekend we had, a busy weekend with Alyssa. So maybe I'll just trim it first. Maybe I'll do both of these. Oh well, yeah, they're both probably going to need trimming. Maybe I'll do two at a time. Yes, it was Panto weekend, and we took our granddaughter to see Peter Pan. I'll tell you about it. I don't know whether I should say too much about it, because I'll probably tell you about it more when I work on it in my journal with the photographs that I've got. Right. And I will trim a bit off the top as well. Just going to wing it a little bit. Right, it's going to be folded about there. I might just take a bit off the sides as well, and then these are both ready to fold and be glued. So I have only watched Rachel's video once, I think, so I maybe Maybe I had a couple of glances at it just to make sure I knew what I was doing. So this may end up being a little bit different. It probably will be to what she did, because I'm going to be using different types of images and things. So I'm just going to fold this in. What a nice... This is nice thick paper actually, so it's good to use for this, because it'll strengthen this, which is not very thick. And it'll be a nice strong pocket. So that'll go on there. And it is a contrasting colour. It's a lot lighter than the background piece, so that's all good. I want to be able to see that there are two things going on. You want to see the contrast between the base piece and the pocket. So I've just folded in those edges to reinforce for our edge of the pocket. So let's glue those down. Oh, this is a bit of a mess. So I had to give my desk a good old wipe before I could start, because it had lots of gold paint all over it. Gold paint from a paint sticks. I bought Alyssa a pack of paint sticks some time ago, metallic paint sticks. And as a true crafter, she always just wants to use the gold. You know she's a true crafter. I mean, she is a true crafter. She does it. She's crafts at home with her daddy, and she crafts here with me. So yeah, she is a real little crafting heart, she has. She comes in and she knows what she wants to make. Quite often she comes in, right, I'm going to make this. Sometimes she gets halfway through her make and she's got an idea in her head, but we can't really see what's in her head. And sometimes she loses her way a little bit and kind of says, can you finish it now, Nana? And I go, well, not really, because I don't really know what you were planning to do. But yeah, she has fun. She was very full of cold this weekend, and it did affect how she behaved, I think, because she was just a bit all over the place, a bit slightly manic. She couldn't settle too much. She'd start something and then she'd go, no, she'd say, right, done with that, move on. 10 minutes later. And I think she found it quite difficult to... Oh, I think what we have here is a virtually dead glue stick. Yeah, so it was like by 10:30 Sunday morning, because we went. The pantomime was on Saturday afternoon, stroke evening. So by the time we got back, she more or less went straight to bed. Oh, she had to do a little bit of crafting before she went to bed, but yeah, just for a few minutes. But Sunday, I think by 10:30 we'd done so many things. My head was whirling because she was awake at 6:30. So that was a challenge, but we were expecting it. We know we're going to have an early start with her. Oh, I think I probably should have done it the other side and shown a bit of that, but never mind. That's what I did. Okay, this side we are going to show just a little bit of the background there. And I need a new glue stick. But I think because she wasn't feeling very well, really, and she'd already been to visit her other nan and granddad the day before, and they'd only just not long got back when we went and picked her up for the pantomime. She suddenly decided she didn't want to go. And I think she just didn't want to. She just wanted to do nothing really because she wasn't feeling too good. But Mummy had a little quiet chat with her, and she came back and she said, yeah, she's fine. She's happy to go now. I don't know what she said to her, and I think she really did enjoy it. I mean, I heard her the next day telling her daddy all about it, and she clearly really, really taken it all in. So that was nice to know, because you can't tell sometimes with little ones. They sit and she sits there, just riveted, but you can't with that much expression, so you don't really know what she's thinking, whether she's enjoying it, she's not. But she was joining in at one point. I saw her joining in when we were all booing Captain Hook. And there was definitely, Richard and I kind of had kept glancing to see if we could see whether she was enjoying it or not, and she was booing along with the other children and everybody else. So I think she did. I think she did enjoy it. It's just I think she didn't really show it very well. And then we'd booked to take her to a restaurant that we knew she really liked for some noodles, because she loves noodles, and she didn't want to go. She was adamant she didn't want to go. So we went along and cancelled the booking because it was only a short way from the theatre. And it turned out that it was quite a nice thing to do, because there was another family there who'd been turned away, were being turned away, two parents and a little girl, because all the tables were booked and they couldn't get in, and it was the little girl's birthday, and they were really disappointed they couldn't get in. So Richard said, well, we're just cancelling our booking for 3, so they got to have our table. So it was like we'd done a good deed. It made Alyssa feel better, I think, as well, that she was telling Daddy, she made this little girl very happy. Anyway, let's carry on with this, otherwise we'll be here all day. And put these aside now, don't need those. So I've got 4 ready to be glued, so I'm going to glue these on next. I'm very tempted to do my thumb notches, because I do like to do those before I glue down, I think. But then, as Rachel said, sometimes once you put your image on, you might need to include that in the thumb notch, and then you've got to somehow cut round it or something. So she was right to not do it. It's just difficult to leave it till afterwards, because it's more difficult to do, but I think she's absolutely right. So I'm going to, well, first of all, I think I will just quickly ink along the edges of the pockets, just to give that definition, because I do quite like that look, just to define the edge of the pocket. Okay, so now I need to put some sort of image on each of these. Let's put them to one side, do them one at a time. And I don't think I need my trimmer for the moment. Let's see what we've got. Well, one image I have pulled out is this one, which is from the Ginger Journals kit, because I thought there aren't any, as part of the kit that I've got, I don't know if there was an add-on kit, I didn't see it. There were no ephemera pieces, there were no journal cards that came with it, or these kind of large images. So I've just torn this around out of one of the papers that I didn't use. Well, I think there is, this image is in the journal as one of the pages, but I had a spare page, so I tore this image out because I rather like it. And I might put that there, I think. Yep. Because then I can put some lace down here. Okay, I am going to ink around it a bit, but I think we're going to be adding some glitter glue, which is exciting. So I'm going to put that on there, because that was a decision I'd already made that I wanted to use it. So let's just do it. don't think that's quite straight. No, pull it up a bit. That's better. Always a corner that you miss. Always, always, isn't there? There we are. Oh, I'm going to miss this one too. Yes. Right. So that's that one. There are going to be more to add. I'm going to put that one there. Okay, so I've got my book of large pieces of ephemera. So I've got quite a few from different kits. I think can't even remember who they're all by. What we got here? Nope, it's facing the wrong way. What's this? That's not quite big enough. Oh, got a nice view here. That's a nice one. No, it's not got enough colour in it for me. That's quite a nice one. That's another nice one. Any more here? I'll just pull out a few and then just see. Sorry. See which ones I like the look of. This is some cardstock. I think this is a vintage card, Christmas card. I looked there already. Any more? Any more? Any more? No. Oh. It's quite nice. It's a bit small though. Oh, it might be alright actually. Let's see. Let's just give myself a few choices. No. Okay, that's that one. And now I like that one. Any more in here? No, these are all a little bit too light in the background, I think. No, maybe. Oh. I don't know about you, that looks a bit creepy to me. Peering through the window. Hey, you've got a little over you, little girl. Oh, I don't know, just my imagination. No, maybe not. Alright, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. I only need to find 3, so. No, it's too pale around the edges, so I thought it might be. Yeah, I quite like that. No. Yeah, I like that. Too big. It might be a bit big. I do quite like it though. Or maybe. These are really quite big now. Some of these. But I quite like them. I suppose that one just didn't do it for me. These are quite nice. I don't know where they came from. I might go with him because I really quite like that one. It's rather charming. So even though I thought I'd finished with my trimmer, I think I will use that to trim this down a little bit. Certainly trim off the white at the bottom and just trim it in a little bit more at the sides and see where we go. I'm leaving the tiniest of the bit of brown border. Right. I'm going to put that on there. Yeah, I do like that. So we'll just glue him, stick him on. Okay, that one. Okay, next, what shall we have on this one? Should we go for a smaller one? Actually, I might get rid of some of this, although I can cover that, can't I? Because we're going to be putting some lace on and some glitter and stuff. So, yeah, I might just take a bit of that off. You might as well see some of the book page in the background. And this one will definitely benefit from that hit of glitter. Though what colour I'm going to use, I'm not sure right now. It'll either be red or silver, I think. Glue. What have I done with it? There it is. So it's that one. I've just gone for this because it's a very different look to the other one, and I'm just kind of thinking it'd be nice to have a bit of variety. There we are. And then the last one. I'm going to go for this one. Or Santa. Sorry. Not that one, I don't think. That one. Or that one. I think that's quite, I do quite like that. I think. Well, this one's got more colour. Let's just trim it a bit. Yeah, I think I'll go with him. I love this one as well, but we can use that on something else. Okay, don't think I've used this. I don't think I've even seen this one anywhere before. Can't remember where I got it from. Right. So I think our next job is to add a little bit of lace. And with these bigger images, there's not a lot of spots that lace might go, but I'm going to give it a try. What I don't really want to do, which Rachel was doing, was having lots of lace hanging down at the bottom, down here. And I really don't know how that would work in a pocket or anywhere that I would put these into. It might be okay in a side tuck or a belly band. So I might hang it down a bit, but not to that extent, I don't think. Right. So I'll just go and grab my pile of lace and we'll see how we do. I've got a little pile of bits of lace here. Some are vintage, most are probably not. Most of them are bought from a charity shop or somewhere, so they may be old, and one or two are probably very old, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what we can what we can find to go on here. I want to put a little bit down the bottom here. I'm not going to go too mad because, you know, I can't cover up the whole image. But maybe I can do a bit of kind of ruffling up in the way that Rachel was doing. Take a little piece there. This is the one I bought recently in a charity shop, a little bit of really pretty lace. Maybe I can kind of gather it there like that. Let's try that, shall we? Don't want to cover up the opening too much. Just feel like it just wants to be on that side, just because he's facing that way, and he's got his kind of scarf coming down here. So I feel like we should fill in this spot here. So I'm going to use some fabric glue and see if we can get that to hold on there. This is not the way I normally apply laces, so this is a bit of a different technique or a different style for me. But I always like the way she does it. I just don't think I'll be able to do it quite as well. And she just kind of puts them on and they look amazing. So, because I can't use the stapler, because I'm not putting it right at the bottom in the way that Rachel did, because of course I'll just close up my pocket if I do that. So let's just put a bit more glue there to get it to kind of hold its shape a bit, hold the ruffly look. I quite like that. I've got a piece of, did have a piece of wet wipe lurking, but I think I used it to wipe my desk. So I need a new one. So let's try and, where are we? Where's my, there it is. Okay, just going to use my little spatula just to tap it down a bit. There we are, quite like that. And then she was putting some at the top as well. So let's see if we can find something that's a little bit different to go at the top. But this vintage lace would be, this is properly vintage, this piece. I'm just going to cut right across and then we'll see. Don't think we'll need it all. See what we can do with this piece. So am I going to do it as a little crunchy little topper like that, or maybe right on the corner? I think that looks quite pretty. Yes, okay, we'll go with that. Again, nice lot of the fabric glue. Give the lace something to grab onto and try and get it to hold its shape a little bit. There's my little, let's see if I can get it to hold like that. I would put a staple in it, but I don't know if it's, obviously this has come down a bit further. Ugh, it's very gluey. So I think that will hold because it's pretty gluey. And then we've got that. And then we're going to add some glitter glue. So yeah, I'm quite pretty. That's quite pretty. I like that. That's one. And let's put it over here. I'll put it at the back here. Okay. Right, and then this one, I'd like something, maybe, got this trim from a, I don't know, maybe a tablecloth or a table runner or something. I think this is possibly an oldish piece. I've got that. Oh, I've got another one. I've got 2 or 3 of these kind of things. But they're always quite big and a little bit thick. Got that go on there. That's a bit hefty for me, I think. I might try a bit of this because it doesn't feel as thick because it's got, because of the way it's been made, it's got lots of, a sort of holy design. Let's just see if we can play around with a bit of this. Maybe I don't need all of this at the top here. Actually, I think I might just take that piece off. Ooh. Bits of unrelated strings of cotton of some sort from somewhere. So we could do it around a bit like that. We could do that. Just trying to figure out how I would put it in a pocket. I'd probably have to put it in a side tuck that way. Could go with that way. Yeah, could go in that way. Okay, I'm going to try doing this. I'm going to have to add some colour of some sort, but then that lends me to think about using some red glitter. So I think I'm going to put the glue right on here. This is thick enough to take the glue. Just put a few dabs. I don't need to put it on the bits that might just hang down, because I've got enough at the size to hold it on. Let's put this. It's not quite as far up as that. There we are. I think I need to just get a piece of, that's a wet one. Now I need a dry one. There's a dry one. Got too much glue up here. Alright, so with that bit of glue, bit of lace there, and got a bit more of this. Let's see if we can find something else to go at the top. Got some of this. I've had this a long time. No idea how I'm going to apply it. We're going to gather it like that, off to the corner a little bit. Yeah, maybe like that would be quite fun. I might just staple that as well on that corner. I just have to remember that I have to make the journal card avoid the stapled bit. Okay, let's just do that and then sort of gather it. Gather it like gather it like that. Super duper sticky. Okay. Just kind of flatten it down. It's got a bit bulky there. I might just trim it a bit at the top. If it's too much, bring that in a bit more. I just want it to have that sort of, to be gathered in the middle. Yeah, okay. It's wanting to pull off when I try to take my finger away. Okay, let's see if I can just staple it on a bit to make it feel a bit more secure. Because these staples are so small, they're not really going to do much on their own, so I might have to do a couple. Is this going to work? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's getting a bit dark out there. Started off as quite a bright morning. I had to pull my blind down when I first came in here, but now it's really got grim. Okay. So that's that one. It's just waiting some glitter glue to cheer it up. Let's see. A piece of this, I think. How are we going to do this one? Maybe not quite so much. Just want a little bit here, I think. No, that's too thick, that piece. I quite like this little bit of little floral bit there. I might just gather that bit to there. Yeah, something like that I'll do in that corner. Alright, so I want that little bit of floral embroidery showing a little bit. Gather this bit in here. Let's use that to kind of hold it down for a moment. Okay, I think we've got it. I think it's stuck. I haven't stuck this bit. I quite like that, just sitting like that. And then we might want a little bit of this at the top. Do I want it just like that? I've got a piece here with a bit more floral, which would pick up the flowers in this bit. Maybe I'll just do that. Do I want to gather a little bit? I'm going to trim off some of this, not have so much sticking up at the top. I'll just gather it a little. It's quite hard to do because it just doesn't stick straight away. I think I'm just going to trim off a bit more of this. Yeah, I quite like that. Okay, let's just wipe off some of this excess glue here. Okay. Alright, there's that one. And I've got one more. Oh yes, I've got a piece of this. This is, I think, was from the edge of a hanky, an old hanky, the corner piece. Like that there. That's all very pretty, all sort of filigree. Take this edge off. I'm just going to put that on there, I think. That's really pretty, that. I've got this large area at the bottom that I want to cover a little bit. They go there, no, it goes away all the way along. So I'm not gluing it on completely flat, I'm just letting it kind of sit a bit rumply. Is that a word? Rumply? I don't know. A bit rumpled. So yeah, that's quite nice, I like that. Not as quite as gathered as some of the other pieces, but I wanted to, I just thought that was just so pretty there. I didn't want to rumple it up too much. And a bit of this white at the top. It's got a bit of a shine to it, this piece. Right, I thought I'm just going to take this little piece, and I think I'll just staple it first and then glue it down and see that how that works. I'm going to keep on using this because I think my tiny attacher's got a problem. It's just not, I mean, I've just tried it on a piece of paper and it doesn't even staple that, so that work like that. Let's try this. See if I can get it to work in here. This might be easier to use anyway than the tiny attacher. At least it's stapling for me. I might just pop that there. Oop. Okay, that's a good dollop of glue. Pop that there. Like that. And I did think about I might like another little bit of something here. I've got this scrap of the vintage lace, and it's a similar sort of style with the filigree embroidery on. It's a bit too much, but I'm going to pop a bit of that on there, I think. Just there, like that. Another sort of pop of colour and a different another little bit. I just thought it would look nice, just there. And why not? Might just trim that little bit off. There. that. Yeah, we're super gluey. Okay, so I've added lace to all of them in a similar style to the way Rachel's done it, but I've just tried to keep it, and they're not so hanging down at the bottom. So I hope this makes them usable, particularly this one, because this one obviously I really will want to use because it's got the image from the kit I'm using in the journal, the Ginger Journals kit. Right, now let's see. I'm going to put that aside for a moment to dry a little bit. Now we need to get cracking on the glitter gluing. I don't know if I'll get them all done. What I'll do, because I know I'm probably getting towards my time, really, it's taken me a while to get this far, I will probably maybe try and do a couple and then do the other two off camera and put photographs on the end so you can see them finished. So I'm just trying to decide. I've got choices on the glitter glue front, and there's a case of would red look good on here because he's got a little red hat, but there's not a lot more red in it. There's little touches of red. So I could either put little touches of red where there is red and put a border in another colour, like gold, or just do the gold on the border. Just do the red all around. I think I might do the gold around and see if it needs anything else. Quite surprised there's any left in here, to be honest, because guess who's been using the glitter glue as well. I don't think my lines will be very fine, but I'll just get around, just do a little, try not to blob it too much. You can't put it where the lace is anyway. It does give it a nice little finishing touch, I must say. I know we have done something similar before in a Rachel's weekly challenge, Roxy's weekly challenge, where we've used glitter to edge things. I haven't done it for a long while. Now I've stuck to the lace. It's still quite gluey. Right, so that's gone round there fairly quickly. So maybe with the power of editing, I can get all these done on camera after all. So that's the red. That's the gold glitter glue. I don't know if you can pick that up really. Can you see that? I think it looks really pretty. I think that's probably enough. I think that looks quite rather good. I like that one very much. I'm going to do this one, and then I'll carry on doing the other two, and I'll just speed it all up so you can see what I'm doing. I don't need to explain. I've got red, I've got gold, I've got silver, and I've got green. And I don't know what colour I'm going to use for wet, but you'll see when I do it. I definitely think I'm going to do red with this because I think it needs colour. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll sort of do all of these super speedy, and then we'll have a look what we've got at the end. Right, there they all are. They're all glittered. This one got a bit smudged. I think I knocked it, so I had to redo that bit a little bit at the bottom there. And I really struggled with the silver. You can tell the ones I haven't used so much because the gold one flowed quite a bit more freely and was a lot easier to do than the others because I used that one more. Either I do or Alyssa does. But I did really think that silver worked well on this one. I don't know why. It just said needed to be silver, this one. And then I thought this one looked good with the red. It really kind of brought out the image, and you've got the bits of red inside with the chimney pots and things. So I thought the red looked nice on there. So that's the 4 of them. Can you see them all? I hope you can. Just check. So I don't want to overlap them, obviously. I'll move them along a bit, see if we can get them all in camera. But that's my Roxy's weekly challenge for this week. She did put holes in the tops of some of hers. And I've got it too high. Move it down a little bit more. There we go. You can see those now, can't you? Yeah, she did put holes in so you can put some string in, which I may do in a couple of them. I don't think I will on that one, but maybe in a couple I'll add something. But I quite like them just as they are. I'm not sure I want anything else in them. I think they're really pretty and I'm really pleased how they've turned out. So there we are. Thank you very much for joining me for this one. Don't know how many more Roxy's Weekly Challenges I'll do. I'll try and keep up with it. We are getting quite close to Christmas now, and I don't even know how long she'll keep going with them. I will try to keep doing them as long as she's doing them Christmassy, because up until Christmas that's all I'm interested in doing at the moment, is anything Christmassy. If she decides to stop doing Christmas stuff, I might leave it till the new year and see where we go with Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I may not do them every week. After that, we'll see how I feel. I don't know. Don't know what I should be doing in the new year yet. So there we have it, week 48, gift tags with a pocket and lace. So at some point I'm going to need to make something to go in the pockets as well, aren't I? But that'll be for another day. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.